next Sunday on CBS Sports. See NFL doubleheader action. Check local listings for the games and times in your area. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Everywhere you go, John.
Oh, you never know. Looky there, the pretty little damsels.
1st and 10, San Francisco at its 34-yard line as we head back to play. DeBerg, little mix-up there. Paul Hofer, number 36, taking the handoff and colliding with DeBerg. I don't think he wanted that ball at all, did he?
No, Leroy says, don't give it to me. Looky here. Get out of the way, DeBerg. Give it to him. Fulton Kuykendall making the tackle. We have an update on the New Orleans and Pittsburgh ball game. Pittsburgh is going ahead 10-7 in the third quarter. Terry Bradshaw to Lynn Swan for a 6-yard touchdown, and Franco Harris has rushed for 7,000 career yards. He ought to be tired.
Second, and that's not all this afternoon, John. 2nd and 16. Nice hole this time, and Hofer jets through across the 35 up to the 39-yard line. He got the 6 back they lost in the previous play and 4 more.
Well, you have to see this one again. It's one of the bright spots in the 49er offense. Hofer coming through, some good blocking, picking of the hole very well, some good strong running too, but good leg drive by Hofer. Ricky Bice 38, Tom Pridemore 27, making the tackle.
3rd down, 6 needed for the first down. San Francisco operating at its 39-yard line. They trail 7-3. DeBerg waits for the man to open up, but he never gets it there. Overthrown, intended for Hofer. Steve DeBerg thus far has completed 1 pass in this football game for 7 yards.
He's had 3 of them dropped, but he was that time looking for that quick slant, and Atlanta had that thing covered very, very well. No other opportunities around, and he just elected to throw the football out.
You get the impression sometimes this is turning into a punting contest?
I believe so.
O'Connell's turn. Rickman is deep.
O'Connell's hit 5 for a 43-yard average this afternoon.
It's not bad. This one a little bit shorter. Rickman fields it at the 30, 35, 37-yard line. Greg Boykin on the stop for the San Francisco 49ers. 10.5 minutes left to play in the third period here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Falcons lead it 7-3.
They're doing it in every city, town, and hamlet in America. An estimated 10 million people. Blue Cross and Blue Shield plans are encouraging it because we're trying hard to hold the cost of health care down, and people who stay fit help. So to all of you out huffing and puffing in America today, Blue Cross and Blue Shield plans want to say thanks for giving the cost of health care a good run for the money.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me in one magnificent flying machine, the 79 Thunderbird. I love its luxurious cockpit. Fly with a V8 engine.
Power steering and power brakes, all standard. Glide in great style with wrap-over roof and opera windows at a down-to-earth sticker price.
79 Thunderbird. What a way to fly at your Ford dealers.
Atlanta has the football on its 36-yard line with 10 minutes, 34 seconds left to play in the third period. Falcons leading by a score of 7-3. Ricky Patton, number 33, has come into the backfield. Couple with Bubba Bean. That's Bean. Nice tackle. Anthony Leonard making the stop. Bean, problems last year with the knee injury. Former top draft choice out of Texas A&M, one of the great running backs in the Southwest Conference when he played college football. Patriots 14-3 now ahead of Buffalo.
Horace Ivy on a 5-yard run. New England 14, Buffalo 3.
It's 2 touchdowns for Ivory, one on a 19-yard run, one on a 5-yard run. He's had a great year for the Patriots. Our score 7-3, Atlanta leading. 2nd and 9. Ball at the 37 of the Falcons. Bartkowski retreating. Intended for Jackson at the 50-yard line. Bob Jury, number 26, was back there.
Oh, he threw that one right into a host of white jerseys down there. Very fortunate that they didn't come up with an interception on it. I think it was just a poor choice again. Protection has been excellent most of the afternoon. He's only had one sack all day long, so he's getting enough time. His men just aren't getting clear enough for him. They're just making some bad judgments on the calls.
8 out of 16 for 86 yards for Bartkowski. He's had one picked off. Francis has caught 2. Rickman has caught 2. No one else has caught more than 1. 3rd and 9. Again, protection is good. Bartkowski going long. Streak route. Downfield, Francis, the intended receiver at the 10-yard line, but he had his hands full just trying to stave off the interception. Jury back there with him.
Let's see if we can't see how long it takes him to throw the football downfield. The ball travels about 60 yards in the air, but I think he lets the ball go, does not let the ball go soon enough to be able to get down there far enough.
Back to live action as the punt is caught by Freddie Solomon at the 33-yard line.
Frank, I still think he has to work off of some things that have been going good for him. The quick slant and maybe the fake of the takeoff and curl back inside. He's only thrown the football twice to Mitchell. Let's listen to the official now.
Offense, Atlanta, too many men on the field. Refused.
Well, if you can't win with 11, you bring 12 out.
Might as well try until they catch you, right? Atlanta has had its penalty problems this afternoon. 49ers take it as is. They'll get the football at their 33-yard line with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in the third period. Just 30 yards on the punt, that time by John James.
Think of all the stereo receivers out there, all the sophisticated electronics, all the heavy price tags. Not one of these receivers has all the features found in JCPenney's remarkable MCS Series 75-watt receiver. Features like a graphic equalizer with LED readouts, an FM multipath deviation meter, an LED signal strength meter. JCPenney's MCS Series 75-watt receiver. Think of it.
Extra, extra. Read all about me. New Mobile Super Unleaded Gasoline.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, I got higher octane.
It's in all the papers, boss.
I mean, I fight knocks. I fight pigs. And I'm so great, I'm also replacing Mobile Premium. Paper, sir? Extra, extra. Read all about me.
Mobile Super Unleaded Gasoline.
Next Saturday at 4:30 on the CBS Sports Spectacular, see Hugo Coro defend his World Middleweight Championship against Rodrigo Valdez. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
Frank Lieber with John Unitas in Atlanta, where the 49ers have the football, 1st and 10 at their 33-yard line. They have not had a serious scoring threat since their long drive back in the first period, which resulted in a field goal. Paul Hofer. In case you joined us late, O.J. Simpson left the game in the second period for what could be a mild shoulder separation.
Let's take a look at one of the good linebackers in the game, Brzezina, number 50 here. As takes on Hughes, number 65, goes back to the outside and aids making the tackle on Hofer.
Second down, 5. Niners operating from their 37-yard line. DeBerg sending Freddie Solomon in motion. Giving it to Farrell, and Farrell running hard. Gets across the 50-yard line to the 49 of Atlanta.
The offensive line seems to be taking charge of the line of scrimmage now, and that's what they're going to have to do if they're going to continue to run the football against this Falcon defense.
Fred O'Connor, the new head coach of the 49ers, trying to pick up his first victory. He took over the reins Tuesday after Pete McCulley was fired. That, of course, is a first down. San Francisco moving the ball from midfield, trailing 7-3 here in the third period. Having to do it virtually on the ground. Hofer to about the 47-yard line. There's O'Connor sending in the plays. He's using linemen, as you can see. In this case, Knutson What about the coaching change out there? I mean, that's 4 coaches they've been through now in 2 years.
Well, you'll probably see that you'll find more coaches run it walking around with no necks. You know, when the Turks start swinging around the league like that, boy, they cut everyone's head off.
This start by the 49ers, 1-8, is the worst start that the franchise has had in its 29-year existence. 2nd and 8. Farrell to about the 45, and then Frank Reed, number 28.
A whole host of tacklers over there, Frank. That's what you call good defense. Gang tackling on good runners. The only way to bring him down.
Can't miss Reed. He's got his number twice there on the front of his uniform.
So he doesn't forget it.
He had a sensational night, of course, for the Falcons the other night against the Los Angeles Rams. But you're right, they're not blitzing nearly as much as they did last Monday night. Farrell is the leading rusher in the ball game right now with that figure. 3rd down. 7 needed for the first down.
Farrell has 17 attempts for 60 yards this afternoon for the 49er.
San Francisco trailing 7-3. Little conference in the sideline involving the Atlanta quarterbacks, Bartkowski, June Jones, and Scott Hunter. 3rd down, 7. Freddie Solomon can't hold it. The 35-yard line. You got to complete more than one pass to win a football game, I would think. That's 1 out of 10 now.
He's only gone to his tight end one time this afternoon. That was on the first play of the ball game with Kenny McAfee, who dropped that football and has not come back to him at all. Billy Rickman now back for single safety.
Connell waiting. 8 men on the line of scrimmage for the Falcons. High snap, almost got away from Connell. Did a good job bringing it down. Fair catch is signaled by Rickman at the 15-yard line. So the Falcons will take over with 6 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in the 3rd period. Atlanta leading 7-3.
Today, you'll turn a mountain of canvas and a truckload of living dynamite into one of the world's oldest fantasies, the circus. And together with every man and beast you've got, you'll haul and shove and shape that mountain until you finally reach the moment that says it's done. Now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
When it's time to relax, one beer stands clear. Beer after beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller Beer.
The Falcon cheerleaders, no fancy names. That's all they call them, the Falcon cheerleaders.
One of the more interesting parts of this football game so far.
Now, John. First down from the 15-yard line for the Atlanta Falcons. As they keep it on the ground. That's Ricky Patton. Played at Jackson State. Place that Walter Payton played at.
Updating the Green Bay Philadelphia game. Philadelphia's ahead 10-3 in the 3rd period. You know, Frank, we may see a change in quarterbacks for the 49ers as we progress in the ball game. Scott Bull, who has not thrown a pass all season long for the 49ers, we possibly could see him maybe in the 3rd and later in the 4th quarter.
2nd down, 7. Bartkowski. Nice diving catch. Little shoot-top job there by Alfred Jackson. Jackson caught 4 for 113 yards against the 49ers 2 weeks ago, including one long bomb. You might imagine last year in Texas, of course, he was overshadowed a bit by the running game and Earl Campbell. That's close enough for measurement. which we're in the process of doing right now. That's how much the Falcons need for the first down. Not much at all. Steve DeBerg and Scott Bull on the bench. I think that's O'Connor. No, I don't believe it is O'Connor. I'll take it back. Falcons just short of the first down. Third down in a matter of inches. Bain and Patton are the setbacks. Ricky Patton, the rookie, trying to get outside and pick up the first down, and I don't believe he got it.
There's a flag thrown on a play number 24. Grabbed the flag before it hit the ground for the 49ers. I guess it's going against the 49ers. I kind of question that play, Frank. Everyone's up close and trying to get to the outside when you need to keep control of the football.
Personal foul against San Francisco, so it looked like the 49ers had held him. And the foul, of course, be a 15-yarder. And the automatic first down at the 40-yard line. Here's the call by Fred Silva.
Defense, number 75. Unnecessary roughness. First down.
That's 5 penalties for 54 yards against the 49ers.
That's Gallagher. Ed Gallagher, the defensive lineman. Puts the nose of the football just inside the 40-yard line. 4:59 left in the third period. First and 10. Wallace Francis, number 89, in motion. Long count play by Bartkowski. Again, excellent protection. And not a very good throw. And the fans respond with a few boos from above.
Bartkowski is not moving into the ball, Frank. He's staying back there flat-footed and trying to give it all arm motion. If you're going to throw that ball out to that sideline, that's 15, 25 yards away. You have to move into the football with some power. He has not done that, or did not do that on that particular throw.
Second and 10. Falcons driving for what would be their 4th victory in a row and their longest win streak since 1973. That's the year that we were here for the Dallas-Atlanta game. Your first game ever as a CBS analyst, as a matter of fact.
I don't even want to talk about it. You got $5 from me on that, didn't you?
That's because you got a short memory, that's all. Here's Bartkowski. Nice throw this time. And Francis makes the grab at the 46-yard line of San Francisco. Anthony Leonard drags him out of bounds.
And let's watch Bartkowski on this throw as he goes back and sets in the pocket. Looks for his receiver. Now he moves right into the football. Difference in the throwing of the football right there. Right on target. A fine reception, fine throw, and excellent protection by the offensive line.
And a first down for the Atlanta Falcons at the San Francisco 46-yard line. Falcons have a pretty decent drive going here. This started back at the 16-yard line following Mike Connell's last punt.
Bartkowski 10 of 20 for 103 yards.
The fake to Patton. Bartkowski waiting for Bubba Bean to clear, and Bean with a super diving catch extending all the way. Pulls it down at the 40-yard line. Ed Bradley makes the stop. Excellent catch.
Now watch this throw. Now he's flat-footed right here, and he just throws it. All arm motion. Woo! Look at the catch by Bean.
Not bad at all.
That's what makes quarterbacks look extremely good, Frank.
To the 40 and down to the 36-yard line. He'll be close to the first down. Maybe a little bit short, but maybe close enough for measurement. Joe Harris making the stop. Now let's see about this one. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left to play in the third period. That was a second down play. That's short. Third down and less than a foot needed for the first down.
St. Louis 20, New York Giants 3 in the third period. That could be 2 in a row for the St. Louis Cardinals. Jim Rodas on a 1-yard run. Point after touchdown was blocked, and the field goal ball Joe Danello.
They were down 20-0 till they got that field goal by Danello. Pittsburgh now has come out in front of New Orleans, but the Saints are giving them a battle up in Pittsburgh. 13-7. Third down here. Foot needed for the first down. Falcons at the 49er 36-yard line. The fake to Patton. Bartkowski throws. 10, 5, touchdown.
Even I like that one.
37 yards on the touchdown play, and he was wide open.
Got everybody up in the line of scrimmage. A fine fake by Bartkowski to the offensive back. There's the throw. Excellent reception, and it's all over but the shouting right here. Chuck Chris, number 24, the last man to try to make the tackle. Excellent call, and a fine throw. And here you see a happy Steve Bartkowski on the sidelines.
Bartkowski has thrown for a touchdown and run in the other one, and a quarterback sneak from 1 yard away. Mazzetti on to try the extra point. Didn't play ricochet this time. So the Falcons strike suddenly on the bomb. Wallace Francis on the receiving end of that 37-yard aerial from Steve Bartkowski, and the Falcons have a little breathing room now. 14-3 with 3:24 left to play in the third period. Tomorrow night on CBS, we'll take you to WKRP in Cincinnati, which is getting to be everybody's favorite radio station. Hilarious new comedy. Then People, our old friend Phyllis George, will be around, along with some friends of hers, such as Liza Minnelli, Bonnie Franklin, and Guillermo Vilas. MASH one day at a time, and Lou Grant round out one of the great Monday lineups. Enjoy them all right here on CBS. Paul Hofer, number 36, is the deep man for the San Francisco 49ers. Jubilant crowd right now with New Orleans trailing Pittsburgh. If the Falcons win this one, they move into undisputed possession of second place. They're 2 games behind the Rams, and the Rams play Tampa in Los Angeles later this afternoon. Here's Mazzetti. Nice kick. Hofer at the goal line. Out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Excellent return. 40-yard line for Hofer, who showed great balance and was finally shoved out of bounds by Ernie Jackson. 39 yards on the kickoff return. Falcons scoring drive, and a fine drive it was, covered 84 yards. You like that third one call, huh?
That was a beautiful call. Had them all sucked up very, very tight. Even the defensive back came up, and Wallace was out there all by himself. Easy throw, too. He could even almost handed it to him.
San Francisco, pretty good field position after that fine kickoff return by Hofer. Knows that the ball is just inside their 40-yard line. Farrell slips and falls. Gets up and tries to go, gets to the 42. Couple of yards in the play, and then Greg Brazina, number 50, is there to make the stop, along with McLean, number 52. Don't forget Dallas and Miami next on most of these CBS stations. Not all of you will be seeing that second game. That will not be seen, for example, in Atlanta. Under the NFL rules, when a team is at home, we're allowed to show you just one game on that day. And of course, this is the one the fans in Atlanta are watching, since it is a sellout. On 2nd and 8, DeBerg. Sideline throw hits McAfee. We got a marker. Behind the line of scrimmage, Frank Reed on the stop. Ken McAfee. Former Notre Damer. Penalty is against San Francisco. It's going to be holding.
McAfee having a few words down there with Reed. And that's the second pass that was thrown to McAfee this afternoon. The first one I mentioned was dropped earlier.
Let's see who this one's against.
Has to be
offense, holding, number 56. Second down.
Quillen, the center.
He's got a good shot of his jersey right there. 6 penalty on 64 yards. against the 49ers.
That moves him back 10 to the 31-yard line. Second and 20. DeBerg. Chance to punt it once, and that was it. Robert Pennywell, number 59, the middle linebacker, blitzing on the play.
Again, DeBerg not setting very, very deeply. And that defensive line being able to penetrate and get right into him.
Second sack by the Atlanta defense. Pennywell, who was drafted originally by the 49ers, released, then picked up by the Falcons. He left training camp last year, decided he wanted out of football, and then changed his mind. And the Falcons are happy he did, because he's beaten out Ralph Ortega, the veteran, for the middle linebacker spot. Third down. 25 needed for the first down. 49ers back at their 24. Rushes on DeBerg. He's going to have to run it. Goes out of bounds at the 26. Fulton Kuykendall, number 54. On the tackle is the young San Francisco quarterback. Heads across the field. A lot of pursuit. Falcons defense really comes after you.
No place to go. Get out of bounds and hide.
All right, Connell in to do the punting, standing back at his 10-yard line. Rickman is the deep man for the Atlanta Falcons. Got a minute and a half left in the third period. High kick, fair catch is signaled by one of the short men. Seventh punt of the day for Connell, 32 yards, a short one, and watch this.
Watch this block by Bias right there. Oh, he jumps over top of him. I don't think Bias even touched him, but watch out. He really gets it on the back. He's an innocent bystander.
That was Moore, number 53.
I'd give him about a +3 on that dive, wouldn't you?
I would say 6.3 degree of difficulty. Falcons 1st and 10 at their 42-yard line, and Barkowski wants to throw it some more. Has Jim Mitchell, the tight end, at the 40, 45. Mitchell bumped out of bounds near midfield. Picked up about 7. Joe Harris, number 50. Leonard, number 42, in the stop. Crowd has suddenly come alive here in the latter stages of the third period. I think both sides were lulling him to sleep earlier in this quarter until that Falcon touchdown a moment ago.
Barkowski 13 for 23 for 146 yards.
Ball is at midfield. Second and 2. Patton. Dropped the football. Who got it? San Francisco recovers the fumble. Ed Gallagher, number 75, fell on the ball.
There's the pitch going to the outside. Good blocker in front of him. Just can't get anywhere. They played good defense on that. Some good pursuit coming around. There's the fumble as he tried to change hands. Chuck Chris, number 24, making the tackle. Ed Gallagher, number 75, picking up the football to recover for San Francisco.
49ers have the ball on their own 46-yard line. They haven't been across the 50 since halftime, have they?
No, they haven't. They haven't shown much offense.
DeBerg with the screen out to Elmo Boyd. And Boyd is dropped at the 39-yard line. Rick Bias, number 38, Brazina, number 50.
Well, they got it now. Brazina played that play extremely well. Back coming up was actually the one who forced it, was able to Brazina to get over for. It was a quick screen to the outside, which never actually got off the ground. Boyd with a loose jersey.
7 on the play. It'll be second down and 17. Falcons last year, number 1 in the NFL in pass defense, and number 2 defensive football team in the game.
Look at this one. New Orleans 14 goes ahead of Pittsburgh 13 in the fourth quarter. Tony Galbraith on a 5-yard run.
That would have to be your big upset if they hang on to win that one. Boy, I'll tell you, the Falcons are starting to hit like they hit Monday night. Greg Brazina and Jeff Morrow with a real solid pop at the line of scrimmage.
Show you how well this defense is playing. DeBerg is 2 of 11 for 0 yardage. Watch this shot right there.
It's the old sandwich play, right?
Make mine pastrami on rye.
There's the gun, indicating the period has come to an end. That, my friends, the end of the third quarter from Atlanta Fulton County Stadium with the score Atlanta 14, San Francisco 3. We now pause for a word from your local station.
This Sunday on Kaz.
There's been an inmate takeover at your old prison. The prisoners have asked for you to be a go-between.
We'll find out which side you're on. I'm one of you!
This is CBS.
He was an embittered man who had lost his family and his faith until he was drawn into the passion, the fury, and the holiness of the Word. David Jansen, James Whitmore, Florinda Vulcan, and Geraldine Chaplin seek the answer. A hoax or a miracle? The Word, starting Sunday, November 12th.
Well, that's the 49ers quandary. 3rd and long from their own 39-yard line. As we head into the final period of play here in Atlanta, Falcons leading 14-3. Steve DeBerg slips and falls. Going back from center, Wilson Famuina there to officially get credit for the sack. That was more of a slip than anything else.
Didn't see many things back there except that maybe that blade of grass was a little high for him.
Think the grass got him?
Sometimes does that.
Connell in to do the punting. Fourth down and 26. Falcons with 8 men on the line of scrimmage for the rush. Looks like they're going to play return. Rickman, good punt. Way back at the 22. Looking for some place to go. Gets to the 24. Mike Baldassin, 52. On the stop, timeout here with 14 minutes, 18 seconds left in the game. That punt covered 45 yards.
The financial capital of America. Home to hundreds of investment firms. But whose thinking is sought by corporations and governments? Who is quoted almost every day in America's business press? Yet who always has time to help any investor of any size? You know who. There are lots of investment firms, but there's only one, Merrill Lynch.
A new Ford Pinto for $79. A new design for a little American workhorse. New up here, new back here, new in here, and it's loaded. Bucket seats, standard. AM radio and electronic ignition, standard. 2.3-liter engine, standard. Electric rear window defroster, standard. Rack and pinion steering, standard. Front disc brakes, standard. At this low price, the spanking new '79 Pinto at your Ford dealer.
Has the football at its own 24-yard line as we go back to play 1st and 10 through 3 quarters. Interesting statistic here. San Francisco's total offense, 99 yards, all of it rushing. They have 0 yards passing. Trey Strong, a rookie, has come into the backfield for Atlanta. Bartkowski under pressure. Out to the 25, to the 30. Pickup of 6 on the play. Dan Bunz, the middle linebacker, number 57. Making the stop.
You know, Frank, Steve DeBerg last week against Washington had actually a real good day. He had 19 of 33 for 215 yards. He did suffer 3 interceptions against it, but Washington has a very fine defensive football team as well. They just did not seem to be able to get off on track here this afternoon. So he is capable of throwing the football.
2nd and 4. Falcons at their 30-yard line. Bartkowski with the straight handoff. Will be close to a first down as Ricky Patton, number 33, Stopped by Dan Buns and by Jim Webb. First down for Atlanta. Patton, number 33, and Ray Strong, number 25, both rookies. In the backfield now, coupled with Bartkowski. Both good prospects and both low-round draft choices. In fact, they both were picked in the same round, the 10th round. Strong played at Nevada, Las Vegas, and Patton, as we mentioned, played at Jackson State, Walter Payton's alma mater. Patton trying to get outside. Little bit of running room up to the 40-yard line. That's close to 5 yards. Ed Bradley, number 54, at the stop in front of the Falcon bench. Hey, people in this town are wound up. Atlanta has been starved for a winner in any sport. And, of course, the Atlanta Flames hockey team has started off tremendously. Falcons are doing well. Basketball team isn't doing bad.
Well, you know, Frank, they used to have sellouts here when they first came into the league, and they played so poorly over the years that the attendance started dwindling down, and now they're working on their fourth, I believe, or fifth straight sellout for this home season. So they're getting back into people's blood. People really are taking to the Falcons once again.
2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Nice fake by Bartkowski, but it didn't fake the right people as the blitz was on, and Bob Jury, number 26, blew through there from the 49ers secondary to make the sack. Cedric Hartman, number 86, also in on the tackle.
Here they come from the outside. There really is no one there to block number 26 coming. The backs are going away from him. He has no coverage, no responsibility. The tight end is being held in by the defensive end, and he's home free. There's no one there to pick him up. It's just one of those things. He guessed with him, guessed right, and was able to get Bartkowski and knock him down.
Alfred Jackson, number 85, disappearing into the offensive huddle with the play from Coach Lehman Bennett. It is 3rd down and 16. Atlanta at its 29-yard line, leading 14-3 here in the final period. 49ers trying to come up with a big play to turn things around. Good protection for Bartkowski. Nice try, but it wasn't enough. The intended pass receiver was Rickman in front of the Falcon bench at the 45-yard line. That's a 4th period score, and as we mentioned earlier, we got a report that Fran Tarkenton was shaken up early in that game, but apparently he's come back in.
He's thrown one to Sammy White for 21 yards and a touchdown, and Chuck Foreman has one run, 1 yard for a touchdown. So that puts him ahead, 17-7.
I think Detroit's the only team in the league with more rookies than San Francisco. They have 17. That's Anthony Leonard, standing back in his 35, anticipating the punt from John James. Hadn't been one of James' better afternoons, actually. 10 men on the line of scrimmage. Here they come. Flag down. Penalty marker thrown at the line. 49ers may have gotten off, the Falcons may have gotten off the line of scrimmage too quickly, as Leonard made the fair catch at the 36-yard line. It's against Atlanta, offside. So the option now rests with San Francisco. Do they want the ball at their 35? Or will they make the Falcons do it again from 5 yards deeper? Should be the 24-yard line. That option is being explained right now to Keith Vonhorst, number 71, the big tackle. He takes a look at the bench. O'Connor says we'll decline.
55, offside, refused. First down.
Ralph Ortega. Offside. Timeout here with 11 minutes and 9 seconds left to play in the football game, and the Falcons leading the 49ers 14-3.
Zenith announces a breakthrough. System 3. System 3. The best Zenith ever. The best ever. A brand new picture tube for the sharpest Zenith picture ever. Sharpest picture. And an all-new modular chassis. All new. Designed to be the best performing, the most reliable color TV in Zenith history. The most reliable. Zenith. System 3. System 3. It's the best Zenith ever.
All kinds of people, more than 1 million a day, keep their lives moving on by making a stop along the way. I've got the stop that keeps America going.
Every day, over 1 million people depend on Gulf for everything from gasolines and motor oils to a full line of quality Cruisemaster tires, batteries, and accessories. Stop at Gulf. We'll help you get where you're going.
Gulf, the stop that keeps America going.
Next Sunday on CBS Sports, see NFL doubleheader action. Check local listings for the games and times in your area. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Seattle leading Chicago in the third period. Pretty close football game.
I believe Seattle's here to stay, don't you? 21-16.
Boy, they can score points. 1st and 10, San Francisco at its 36-yard line. 11 minutes left in the game. DeBerg under a big rush. Throws on the run, trying to hit Boyd at the 45-yard line. Boyd, one of the 49ers' top draft choices last year, missed all of last season with an injury. And when Terry LeCount was injured earlier this year, he moved into a starting role.
I think that's about 4 drop balls that the 49ers have had. And I believe Boyd has had 2 of them. One on the quick slant coming across the middle. And then this one. Lack of concentration.
What do you tell a receiver when he comes back into the huddle after he drops an obvious pass?
Catch it.
That's all?
Well, we're not permitted to use such language on the air.
I figured it'd be a little more descriptive than that.
There's not much you can say. There's, you try to get there as many times as possible, and if they keep dropping them, they don't play too long.
2nd and 10. Farrell, the only setback with DeBerg, lost the ball. Who's got it? Recovered by the Falcons. Greg Brazina, number 50, fell on the football as DeBerg had trouble pulling away from the center.
He never really gets the ball from the center. Then it's hard for him to locate it. Doesn't know where it is. People out there kicking it around. DeBerg had a shot at it right there, but Brazina comes up with the football. Greg Brazina, one of the outstanding linebackers for the Atlanta Falcons.
The guy's been around a long time. Defense has become the watchword here in Atlanta. And the Falcons certainly can be proud of their defense. One of the best in the National Football League.
Talk about Seattle scoring. There they went ahead again, 28-16. Sherman Smith on a 6-yard run.
Falcons are at the 49er 27. They turned the first 49er turnover into a touchdown in the second period. Bartkowski trying to capitalize. Flag is down as he got the pass off to Mitchell. And Mitchell got back to about the line of scrimmage. And we may have had a fumble, and it looks like the 49ers got it. Penalty is against the Falcons. 49ers obviously will decline because they get the football right back.
There's a play here. Right there's the hit. There comes Mitchell picking up the football. Let's watch him get hit and lose the ball. Boom, right there as you see him taking out. Joe Harris, number 50, just stripped the ball away from Mitchell. And then picked it up, recovered a fumble.
That's not bad.
Just a little tit for tat.
Do it all. So we're right back where we started. 49ers get it 1st and 10 at their 29. All that did was eat another 30 seconds up off the clock. Over 36, Farrell 38, the setbacks. 49ers with 0 yards passing. That's a backward pass. That's a free ball.
That's a free ball.
It was finally picked up by the Falcons.
Oh, that's a fault on one of that defensive men. Didn't realize that ball was thrown back. Keith Farnhorst was back there. And I believe he didn't realize the ball was a backward pass. He should have picked it up. Let's take a, there's the ball being thrown backward. That is a free ball right now. It's number 54 who should have fallen on the ball. Bolton Kuykendall didn't realize it.
They say it was kicked out of bounds before anybody got it, I guess. So that means it will revert to the San Francisco 49ers, and Kuykendall's kicking himself a little bit mentally.
Cleveland 7, Houston nothing in the second period.
49ers are back on their 15-yard line. Big hole for Hofer. Frank Reed and Tom Pridemore on the stop, and then Brazina shot into the picture from the backside, gave him a little nudge.
Good offensive blocking at the point of attack. Ayers and Farnhorst opening up a big hole for Hooper.
3rd down and 11 from the 28-yard line. So the 49ers are about back where they started on this series. They're spinning their wheels. The Berg's now completed 2 out of 12, still for 0 yardage. Solomon wide to the right side. Elmo Boyd is split to the left. O.J. Simpson out of the lineup with a possible shoulder separation. Intercepted. That could be 6 points for Frank Reed. Down to the 10-yard line, to the 5, and out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Frank, here's what happens when you look at that receiver all the way downfield. Defensive back just playing the eyes of the quarterback. Interception all the way. Frank Reed on a fine catch, a fine read of the quarterback's eyes, knowing where he's going to throw it, drifting into the area.
Farnhurst saving the touchdown, knocking him out of bounds at the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal to go. 3rd turnover caused by this opportunistic Atlanta defense. And they give the ball to the offense this time in excellent position. And Atlanta now with a chance to put it away with 9.5 minutes to go. Double tight end setup. James Wright is in there along with Mitchell. Bartkowski hands to Standback. Gets a yard to the 2. Number 1 set of running backs in there once again. Bubba Bean and Haskell Standback, who have been spelled for a while by Strong and by Patton. Francis comes out of the game, and Albert Jackson back into the huddle. Second and goal to go. Officials have it marked at the 3, so let's call it no gain on that first play. Bartkowski rolling out, looking for Bean. Intercepted in the end zone. Dan Bunz, number 57, the middle linebacker, and the 49ers get it back.
Let's take a look at it as the play action. Bartkowski going to the outside, not having anyone to throw the football. Tries to get it back deep back there. And that was one heck of an interception by Bunz, number 57.
Tremendous leap by Bunz at the goal line, but we may have had a penalty. See what this is about. I didn't see the flag. It's against the 49ers. Half the distance to the goal, and here's the call by the referee, Fred Silva.
50, defense, personal foul, roughing the passer, first down.
Joe Harris.
He's upset.
The San Francisco linebacker really upset. That moves the ball down to the 1-yard line. Automatic first down. Falcons in excellent position here. Bubba Bean scores.
Let's watch the move by Bubba Bean right here. Goes in, good move and a fine block right here. As you see him starting going into the inside and bouncing outside. Defensive back committed himself to the inside. Stand back on a fine block to break Bubba Bean back outside.
So a big break for the Falcons as the interception is voided on the personal foul call, roughing the passer on Harris. Atlanta gets a second opportunity, and Mazzetti down to try the extra point, which will make it 21-3. It's there. So Atlanta has taken a commanding lead here as they're on their way to their 6th victory of the 1978 season.